Hi, this is Wayne from LawnSuccess.com. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to give you some secrets on how you can go about getting more commercial lawn accounts without spending a lot more money and do it very, very quickly. When I first started my lawn company, I ended up growing the business and ended up with about 90% residential accounts and about 10% commercial accounts. Well, I soon found out that those residential customers were constantly giving me problems. They were the ones who would call and complain about every little thing. So I decided that there has to be some way I can get more commercial accounts and get rid of all these residential accounts. Well, within 2 years, I ended up with about 90% commercial accounts and only about 10% residential, and it radically changed my business. It increased my profit margins and it greatly reduced the headaches that I had. So in this video, I'm going to cover several things for you. First of all, I want to give you 5 things commercial clients value most. And that's very important if you're going to get commercial accounts, to understand these 5 things. Next, I want to give you 4 steps to getting a commercial account. And then lastly, I want to give you 3 things you must do once you get a commercial account. And like I already mentioned, commercial customers are usually much easier to keep happy than residential customers. So let's go ahead and get started on the 5 things commercial customers care about. First of all, they care about their image. Their image is very important to them. Second, dependability. Do you do what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it? And you have to reassure them of that you're very dependable. Third, they care about your reputation. They want to know who else uses your lawn company. They don't want to be the only person out there using your company. That raises a red flag to them if they're the only ones using you. So they're going to want to know who else uses your company. Fourth, your response time. How long will it take you to respond to their special request? Let's say they have a district manager coming in tomorrow for a surprise visit. Can you go out there and service their account prior to that district manager arriving? And then the 5th thing they care about is price. They want to feel like they're getting a good deal. Now, I'm sure if you look over these 5 things, you'll realize that residential customers care about a lot of these same things. But the difference is the number 1 thing that residential customers usually care about is price. Price trumps all these other things. So that's the difference between a commercial and a residential customer. Now, let me give you 4 steps to getting more commercial clients. Step 1, make a dream list. I want you to list the top 25 commercial accounts that you would like to service. It doesn't matter if you don't think you have all the right equipment. It doesn't matter if you're the only person who works in your business right now and you know you'd need 5 or 6 employees. Make a list of the top 25 accounts you'd like to service. Second, make a phone call. Simply call the business and ask who is in charge of their property and grounds maintenance. All you want is their first and last name. Nothing more than that. Just simply call and ask who's in charge of it and write down their first and last name. Next, you want to call back a day or 2 later and ask for the person by name without using a Mr. or Miss on the front. Just ask for them by their first name and simply try to get an appointment with them when you talk to them. Don't try to sell them on your services. Simply try to get an appointment with them. Fourth is you've got to follow up with them. To get a commercial account, it's usually not an instant decision. So you've got to continually and consistently follow up with these people. I highly recommend sending a thank you note after you visit with them on the phone and after you go to your first appointment with them. Send them a handwritten little thank you note for their time. Look, I've prepared a free report for you that's going to cover all these things in a lot more detail on how to get commercial accounts. For example, it's going to cover what to say when you actually call the prospect. It's going to tell you how to control the conversation when you call. It's also going to tell you how not to come across as aggressive or pushy on the phone, what to do if you get the appointment, what to do if you don't get the appointment, what to discuss while you're actually at the appointment. I'm also going to include 4 follow-up letters to help you land the account, and then 3 things you must do once you get a new customer. So go ahead and enter your name and email address on the boxes on this page, and I'll send you over that report. So enter your first name and your email address, and if there's no boxes on this page, go to LawnSuccess.com and look for a spot to enter your name and email address.